Good morning traders, welcome to TradeSetup in the morning jumpstart for the 17th of October. Okay, Friday's session, the US finished flat and Europe finished stronger after Chinese data pushed the markets higher towards the close of the European session and the open of the US session. So US is strong on the open, then just sort of petered off towards the end of the day to finish a pretty mild week. Let's take a look at the overall markets. The SPY futures closed down 9 points. S&P 500 futures closed up just 3/4 of a point. FTSE closed up 32 points, whereas the DAX was up 180 points. Gold finished down $2.10. Oil finished lower 9 cents. CRB index was up 0.33 of a point, and the Aussie dollar is around the 76.22 mark. We've got the ASX 200 30-minute chart here. We can see that 54.19 zone is holding. We did that initial push through, and we've just extended that leg, that initial leg down, bounced straight back into that zone above 54.42, and then we consolidated for a while and then pushed higher to 54.60 in Friday's trading, and just backed off into the close. You can see that was, I think that was around the open, just after the open, 11:30. Found the strength there, just wash out the previous highs at 54.60 and then toppled over to finish around that 54.30 mark just on its lows. It's well into oversold territory, so I wouldn't be surprised if we do just wash out those lows and then bounce back up. And then from there it'd be interesting to see whether we push back up to 54.42, say, build that higher low to push back up through 54.60 and above. Otherwise you would expect probably that bit of a washout, bounce back, consolidate for a bit, and then roll over again if we're going to find some weakness. But yeah, it is in oversold territory, so you do expect that bit of a bounce sometime earlier on in the session. Okay, we've got the Aussie dollar 30-minute chart here. We can see we are holding those lows at 74.44, that major low there, and we've been working our way higher since with higher highs and higher lows. We're heading up towards that 77 mark, which is just a daily resistance zone there. And that's over daily contraction, so we'll see if we can push up back into that zone at 77. At the moment we do look like we're coming out of overbought territory, and we're starting to, well, we have rolled over into the sort of most of the US session as US dollar gained a bit of strength there, but we're going to be find support at 75.64, I'd say. And if that zone doesn't hold even higher, we're expecting more of a higher low to build, holding this trend higher here, build that higher low to sort of engineering that move back up through 76.74. We'll have to see how that plays out. If we can't hold, if we do actually spike below these 75.64 level and then bounce back in, then we expect that lower high, that major lower high, to build and just roll over back down towards 74.44. We'll see how that plays out later on. Okay, well, one ASX stock here we're looking at quite closely today is CKF Collins Foods Limited, sorry. We have had an entry alert around that 463 zone. We have punched higher through that, and we've taken out this little minor lower high here at 473. So it's a really good sign that we can potentially get that move up to 510 and beyond. But we have to see if we may get a bit of resistance just in this zone, say 480, 482. If we get a bit of resistance there, we could find that we just come back, pull back to retest that 463. But you can see the overall trend is really, it's just contracting. We've built those higher lows, which is a nice sign that we're going to just push straight back up to 510. But we'll see how that plays out today. QANTAS is another one we're looking at today quite closely. We were short on that a while ago at 322, and then we didn't get the price action we liked, that we wanted to see. We're sort of short in this area here, and it's held up at that $3.10 mark. It did retest it, wash out that level, and then we've just come back down and retested it recently. So that's a good sign that that trend lower is pretty much ended, and we are finding support at 310 to push higher. Now we did enter at 322 to go long. We had an alert there, and we're looking now. We've just taken out those highs at 327 as of Friday, and then pulled back just below that, finished below that zone there. But we do expect a bit of buying to come in and just gradually edge that high to initially 341, then up to say that 350 to 60 zone, potentially to 365. So there's a bit of legs in this potentially. We'll see how that plays out today. That's it for today. We'll speak to you tomorrow. And don't forget, traders, you can go to our YouTube channel to subscribe. Just go to www.youtube.com/c/TradeSetup AU, and you can view all the uploaded videos we've taken so far.